So if you have 5 to 7 minutes, the only thing I need to do is kind of get a vision over the phone for the interior of your house.
Okay.
And then I just comp around the area, and that's kind of how I come up with my cash offer. So, I mean, if you have 5 to 7 minutes just to tell me a little bit about the plan.
Yeah. For the new sub comp.
Hit pause really quick.
Okay.
Like, a lot of people don't understand what comp means too. You know, like, I know that's so common as you would expect. But you can say that like, hey, I just quickly want to comp, which just means, you know, I'm just going to compare apples to apples, look for a house that's, you know, 3-bed like yours, you know, as many bathrooms, so we can give you the best fair market price.
Yes, gotcha.
I was gonna
Pause it real quick.
Okay, so let me.
So anytime they tell you that right off the bat, just go into service mode, you know, because we'll get to the rest. We just want to buy more time on the phone. So ask them like, oh, well, what are you looking for? Make it seem like you are really interested in helping this guy. It's not just, you know, commission breath getting to price and condition. Okay, well, you know, ideally, like, what are you looking for? You know, he's probably going to say, oh, a ranch, you know, something one level. He said an apartment. You know, have you looked in any specific areas? Just so, you know, they feel like you care a little bit more than the other person.
Right, so don't go into like, okay, well, we could, I mean, if we end up, you know, coming to agreement, we could possibly help you.
Yeah. Oh, this is kind of where you explain a little bit of your benefits, because you know everything we can offer. So, you know, knowing that he needs a place, hey, that's awesome, because we can work on your time frame. You know, we don't need to kick you out. You can actually rent back from us. You know, we can just hold a portion of the money we're going to give you in escrow, so that way your rent is covered. You know, we're very flexible. Always let them know that. But, you know, that's moments where you always want to build rapport, because rapport is always, you know, up there on the list. So anytime you can get in there, boom, do it, and then you know, kind of explain a little bit of the benefits, and then continue on the conversation. But let them talk, because that also gives you time to comp. You know, he's talking, oh, okay, cool, what are you looking for? Any specific areas? Do you need a backyard for a dog? Just sometimes some dumbass questions, just so you have more time.
Okay.
So right there, I would have definitely uncovered some more stuff. He's paid cash for a place. He said he lived in an area that was, you know, a rich area. Already know he's paid, you know, a significant amount in cash for another place. He said he sold his house back in Michigan, so it had to be for a significant price, because he already said, oh, that's where Henry Ford and all these people live. You know, I'm assuming it's way more than 70,000. So, hey, what prompted the change? You know, it might be a personal question, but, you know, get into these combos and find more out. And then, you know, crack a joke here and there. Oh, man, you got any extra money laying around?
Okay.
But, you know, just the more we know, the better. Like, why did you move? You know, because it might be a pain point. I got divorced, life passed.
Right.
Hit pause really
quick. Like he told me to.
So he paid 70, right, just a couple years ago. That did nothing to it. Saw a house across the neighbors from he said, she said. He did say, he was like, oh, I don't know if it's sold or not. It's just what I'm being told. And he says mine is better. Based on what? You know, and you expect to make $60,000, $70,000 on a $70,000 house, and you did nothing. You know, can you kind of explain that to me, man? Well, you know, what happened here? Did LeBron James move next door? Tell him like, hey, so 2 years ago you paid 70. You know, it's 2 years later. You're saying this one sold for 125. I got one around the corner. Would you pay 125? Because maybe in the next 2 years it'll be worth 200. Don't you think? Based on your facts, you know, it sounds like you got a lot of money from whatever house you just sold. Would you do it? No.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I need the same amount he paid for it. That's where we're at. So.
Yeah, you don't got to be thirsty. If it don't work, it don't work. We will follow up. Maybe something changes down the road when he realizes everybody else is coming with the same numbers. You know, he's just going to do business with the person he likes. And it's okay.
Yeah.
How many times have we heard somebody say they wanted 75, a week later they come back and we got the deal for 50?
Right.
Diagonal. You know, that guy started out at 75.
That was a long time, kind of, we followed back. That was a good amount of time we followed back up.
Yeah, but I
because he was in the system before I even.
Yeah.
And then he kept popping up in the system, though, like, even renew, like, they talked to him again.
Fortunes and a follow-up. So,
yeah,
right away, you have to let people know when they're asking a high number like this, right off the bat, you need to let them know, like, they're kind of crazy. You know, if you know he just paid 72 years ago, did nothing to it, and is asking 125, you know, oh yeah, I'm sorry, we're not going to be anywhere close to that. You know, curious, you know, how did you come up with that price? You know, and he might say, oh, the house across the street, have you seen the condition of the house? It's been fully renovated. But do not sit there and try to talk to them and negotiate, because then they'll start thinking that, there is somebody else out there that's willing to pay them that 125. Off the bat, let them know, hey, no, we're not nowhere close. It doesn't sound like a good fit for us. You know, we buy houses, but we don't buy every single one.
And as is
Pause it real quick.
140.
Right.
Always, when they say that too, be like, well, did you ask your agent if they can't sell it, will they buy it? You know, a lot of agents will tell you anything to get the listing. You know, it's kind of hard out here. Who wants to trade in? You bought your house cash, you know, so you don't have a mortgage. Interest rates are 8-9% now. You know, it's a hard day for realtors, you know, because they're trying to get listings too. And the people that they're talking to are saying, why would I want to sell my house now? I got a 3% interest rate. I'll refinance. I got a 4 or 5%. Why would I get an 8-9? You know, so tell them they're, you know, telling you kind of whatever and seeing what happens. So if they can't sell it, will they buy it?
Okay.
Yeah, but
so were you
always
thinking about listing
flip
with
it
them?
back on them. If they're asking a crazy number, hey, we
Well,
got
I'm
something
not
pretty
sure,
similar
but
around the
I'm
corner.
not
Like, would you
gonna
pay
look
us
at it right
140?
now until I find something.
You know, what we have to do is stay in front of him. You know, be the one to always be in front of him. So when that day does come and he's like really ready, we're there.
Okay.
Yeah, just tell them the truth. Like any realtor coming in here telling you this will sell for 140 and yours looks like this, they're over promising and they're going to under deliver. Your house is going to sit. You know, you might get into a contract, it's going to fall out because people know it's not going to appraise. You have people who are smart out there. Me, if I see a house that's overlisted, right, I'll get in the contract, you know, because I know the appraisal more likely is going to come in and I have other contingencies. And then when that appraisal comes in low, that's when I start trying to beat them up to get it at my price, which it should have been listed at. But that's all bad for, you know, sellers because they'll, you know, jump on that number. Oh yeah, somebody else believes that they're a professional. This realtor is a professional. Even if you list it as in at 90, you know, you pay commissions, closing costs. Everything has to go perfect too. You need to remind sellers, everything has to go perfect. The inspection report has to come back, well, this is an older house. You know, in brand new homes, inspectors, their job is to find something. They're going to find something. And then nowadays, buyers, you know, the market's kind of shifting. Buyers will ask for closing cost assistance or their lender will. Or that's the type of financing they're approved for where the seller has to give them something.
I think that's where I
or
left
repairs.
off. Like
Hey, he's not ready. He's flip-flopping. Don't know what he wants. Let me just be nice, you know, and not so pushy because that kind of pushed him away a little bit. But I always say, I'd rather lose a deal by calling too much than not enough. You know,
I wasn't even pushy with him. We only had 2 conversations, and I was pretty relaxed with him. You know,
yeah.
He just, that's why I said this vibe though was way different than the last
You
one.
felt relaxed with him, but when he heard the price 60, 70 and his expectations were high, he turned off already.